So I have this beautiful leftover pulled pork that I smoked over the weekend on the Blackstone pellet grill. So now I have the leftovers here and I've got to figure out what to do with it. So it's Taco Tuesday and I was inspired by this pineapple sriracha Blackstone seasoning. And so I thought, let's make some pineapple sriracha pulled pork tacos. And I'm gonna make a homemade pineapple salsa to go on top. We're gonna season our pork up with this seasoning and we're gonna drizzle a little barbecue sauce on it. So let's get started. I'm gonna start by heating up my Blackstone Griddle. We're just gonna let that start to heat. Now, since this pork is already cooked, it's not gonna take very long to put this all together. I'm gonna go ahead and make my salsa so that it's ready to go. So I've got lots of nice fresh ingredients here for my salsa. So where we're gonna start is, of course, with our pineapple. So I've already drained the juice off of this. You want about 3 cups. This is probably closer to 4 cups here, but that'll be all right. All right, and then I'm gonna go into a fresh red bell pepper. So we're gonna just chop this up real fine. All right, once you have that, you can just add it to your pineapple. Okay, then I'm gonna use probably about half of this red onion. All right, add that to our salsa. All right, I'm also gonna do 1 whole fresh jalapeno. This is gonna add a little bit of spice. Now, that pineapple sriracha seasoning that we have over here, this pineapple sriracha seasoning, has a bit of a kick to it already, so I don't want this too spicy. So I'm actually going to cut all these seeds and middle part out. That's where a lot of that spice comes from. So we're gonna make sure we remove all of that before putting it in there. Once you have it, we're just gonna cut it into strips just like we did our bell pepper. And then we're going to throw in some fresh cilantro. You can, of course, leave this out if you are the type of person that doesn't like cilantro. I personally really do like it. I think it adds a nice freshness to the dish. Kind of makes it taste fresher, lighter. We're going to throw a good amount of that in there. There we have most of our ingredients in there, and we'll go ahead and kind of give that a mix. Look at how good that looks. I love the colors on this. And then, to just finish it off, we're going to do some fresh lime juice right in there. Juice in there. There we go. I don't know, did you catch it hitting me in the face? That's too bad. So if you just saw that lime fly out my hand and smack me right in the forehead, leave a comment saying that you saw it. That will let me know that you stayed to watch this far into the video. And then we're just going to let this kind of sit and marinate while we prep our tacos. It's going to look really good on there, on our tacos. Okay, so now we've got our griddle heated up. And our pork is already pretty fatty, so I don't really need to add any oil or anything to this. So I'm going to turn the heat down now that it's heated up, because we don't need it too hot, because we're not really cooking this pork, we're just kind of reheating it. And we're going to make probably about 6 tacos with this. All right, so we're going to let that start to heat up. In the meantime, I'm going to throw my taco shells on. So I've turned the heat on this side of the griddle all the way down. Okay, I wanted it all the way down. So we're warming up meat over there on about medium heat. We've got the heat down on low over here just to get these shells nice and warm. I don't want them to necessarily crisp up. I just want them warm and fluffy. So I just leave them right in the rack like this, sitting on the griddle top, and they'll warm up just like that. So back to my pork. So I'm going to bust out that pineapple Sriracha Blackstone seasoning. Like I said, this stuff is pretty spicy, so depending on your taste, you may want to kind of be careful with it. Maybe put a little on and taste it and test it, see what you think. There's something about pork and pineapple or pork and apples and things like that that just, for some reason, goes really well together. And I'm okay with the seasoning being a little hot on this because that salsa, that pineapple salsa, is going to freshen it right up, kind of get rid of some of that heat. Alright, I think we're pretty close here. I'm going to get my tongs back out. I'm going to try to distribute this evenly among my taco shells here. I want to leave room for that salsa on there. Alright, so now that I got my pork in them, got those shells heated up, bring it over here, and we're just going to top them all with this delicious pineapple salsa. Alright, there we go. We got our pineapple salsa. Now we're going to finish it off with our Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. We're just going to drizzle that right across the top of all of these. There you have it. Some pineapple Sriracha pulled pork tacos made with leftover pulled pork. Cannot wait to bite into one of these. With all these fresh ingredients, the sweetness of that pineapple and barbecue sauce, the spiciness of the pineapple Sriracha seasoning. Let's give it a try. That's really good. The tanginess and spiciness of this seasoning mixes really well with the freshness and sweetness of that pineapple salsa. Barbecue sauce just adds that extra little something to it. I highly recommend you give these a try. The perfect quick weeknight dinner using some leftovers. Let me know if you give it a try. Let me know if you have any other suggestions of what to do with your leftover pulled pork. Leave a comment. Until next time, thanks for watching.